We love getting your questions, so we want you to keep them coming via Facebook, Twitter, and on our webpage. Who knows, we might just answer your question here in the studio audience next.
I've been friends with Shanta since she was 16 years old. When I first met Shanta, before any of the boyfriends and relationships, she was so alive. Like, her spirit, when she would walk into a room, would light up the whole room, and she would just take over. Each of Shanta's relationships have kind of taken a little bit of her light away. She just fully takes on whatever that relationship requires. Shanta has learned a lot from her past relationships, but I do think she's still very naive.
Welcome back to the Daily Helpline. Shanta's best friend Tyler is joining us now. And Tyler, one of the things that I wanted to ask you is, how did your relationship change with Shanta once the men entered into the picture?
Well, we've, been really close for a long time, and so when she gets in relationships, or in these particular ones, because I didn't approve of the relationship at first, or until, stuff was said, we kind of would fight a lot, and it would cause friction in our relationship as friends, obviously.
Can you fill in the blanks a little bit? Stuff was said. What kind of stuff?
Well, at first, we used to fight a lot more.
What was it like for you watching her up here today? What did this feel like for you?
I was sad. It brings back those times that her and I would be, talking or crying together and leaning on, kind of trying to just be there for her as a friend, but also how you don't know whether to support her as a friend because that's what she wants, or whether to tell her, no, that's not what I see for you, because you don't know if you're right or not,
I hear that you miss her.
Yeah, I miss her light.
How did it feel seeing her today get to do this, and how vulnerable she was, and her tears?
I just want her to be, gain her confidence.
Just tell her.
I want you to gain your confidence back and be the person that I met, as well as what I've heard, how you grew up and all that, how you used to just not be afraid to be yourself, because you're so beautiful, you're so talented, you're so funny, you're amazing, and you just need to believe it.
Let's start with that first part. The very first thing you said, I want you to say that to her. I miss you.
Yeah, I miss you.
I feel like I saw her. Did you see her today? I didn't know her before this. I'm going to rely on you. But I saw a girl showing up, willing to be very courageous, willing to look inside.
And she has this spark that comes out and then it goes away, and it comes out and goes away. And so I've seen this before in the fight inside, and so I know it's there. And that's why, as a friend, I'm always like, come on, I'm rooting for you,
What are you feeling right now?
I'm thankful that I have a friend that supports me, because I've pushed him away so many times, and we've fought a lot because I've fought for these relationships. And it's crazy how he's fought for me to, for me to fight.
Tell him that.
I'm so thankful for you and for you to continuously fighting for me to fight and for you believing in me. Thank you.
I got you.
You've experienced something so few people do. You've had a champion. It's really a blessing.
Here, give me a hug.
We're kind of naturally born confident. If you look at kids, they're pretty confident when they go out in the world. And then it gets interrupted because somebody drops a message in, or an experience happens, or we experience a loss, and somebody challenges that piece of us that feels whole and worthy. And then we move on throughout life and constantly chasing that original innocence that felt confident and whole. And I've got to tell you, and then a bully comes along and made you eat grass. Horrible. When I read that piece, when you shared that with us, I was horrified.
Yeah, the kids were so mean to me in school, like every day.
And so this bully comes along and he destroys your sense of self. And at some point when you grow up, and you said you're just starting to wake up and feel it, you kind of take on that bully role. But it's not bullying anybody else, it's how hard am I on myself?
Yeah.
How critical am I of myself? This is not coming from a book, this is coming from experience. So I struggle with it too. I can be my worst critic sometimes. And I can tell you the way the critic got quieter was through practice and learned behavior. It was more moments like this. It was more closing my eyes and dropping in and breathing who I really am as a human being. And it was more looking into the person who loves me unconditionally and saying, I love that you are here and I pushed you away and you didn't go anywhere and you're back. The way he showed up for you is the way we want you to begin to show up for you.
We want you to be empowered. We want you to feel not only your light, but your confidence so that that light can shine bright. And so we've got some folks here to help you out today. So let me introduce to you life coach Hunter Phoenix. Hunter?
Hi, Shanta.
Thank you so much for being here today, Hunter. Now, Hunter, you've been watching. Can you tell us what you see with Shanta?
What do I see with Shanta? She's such a beautiful girl, you know, and she's just, you are just such a beautiful girl. You've got such a radiant spirit, and I can see you've just lost yourself a little bit, but it's still there. And you just need a little bit of help to find yourself again and to just climb out of that. So if you're willing to work with me, I'll give you some easy, practical tools to help you move forward and to let go of that past, okay?
Yes, thank you.
You're
Thank you
welcome.
so much.
This coaching is about taking the beauty in you and pushing you forward. So it's time to clip your wings and fly.
Yeah.
And I think she's going to be able to help you do it.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
So much. Thank you for being here today and sharing your story. Thank you. Okay, coming up next, she's aggressive, she's distrustful, and on high alert that anyone at any time could attack her. But she wants to break down her barriers starting today. That's next, right after this. We love getting your questions, so we want you to keep them coming via Facebook, Twitter, and on our webpage. Who knows, we might just answer your question here in the studio audience next.